Welcome to today's Explainer. I am seriously excited to dive into this one with you, because we're introducing a tool that is going to completely change how you approach your short game. We're looking at the TempoSeeker app. It essentially transforms your everyday smartphone into a highly precise, camera-based putting coach, right in your own living room. If you've ever felt like your putting practice is just aimlessly knocking golf balls into a cup without getting any actual feedback, well, this explainer is going to be an absolute game changer for you.
But before we even touch the software, we need to ask the ultimate golf question, right? What is the actual secret to distance control? Look, we all love watching the pros drain those massive 20-footers on TV. But let's be real, holing miracle putts is not the secret to dropping your handicap. The real secret? It's distance control. It's leaving your lag putt stone dead so the next one is just an effortless tap-in. That right there is how you eliminate those soul-crushing, scorecard-wrecking three-putts.
And we really have to talk about this number, 40%. Putting accounts for nearly 40% of all the shots you're going to take in a typical round of golf. Yet, astonishingly, it's the part of the game most amateur golfers practice the least and measure absolutely never. We'll spend hours analyzing our driver swing speed, but when it comes to the flat stick, we just kind of guess.
So, to stop guessing, we have to understand the one metric that matters the most, your tempo ratio. That's your backswing time divided by your forward swing time. The core philosophy here is that tempo dictates distance, period. The benchmark out on the PGA Tour is a 2.1-to-1 ratio. What does that mean? It means the backswing takes a little over twice as long as the forward swing. If you can hit that ratio consistently, your distance control is going to become incredibly precise.
Okay, here's our quick roadmap for today. 1. The secret to putting. 2. Your home putting studio. 3. Calibrating the app. 4. Making a putt. And finally, 5. Reading your results. Let's get right to it.
Section 1. The secret to putting. The philosophy behind the app.
Okay, here is the massive paradigm shift. Most golfers try to control their distance by hitting the ball harder or hitting it softer. But that relies entirely on feel and effort, which, let's face it, changes every single day. Consistent distance actually comes from keeping the exact same rhythm, that same tempo ratio, and simply changing the length of your backswing. Same tempo, different length. That is the secret. You don't muscle it, you just lengthen the stroke.
Moving right along to Section 2, your home putting studio, setting up your space.
You really only need 3 things to get this going. First, grab a putting mat. Ideally, you want one with no bold or heavy lines, because those can sometimes confuse the camera. Second, place a small, non-white color marker exactly where the ball is going to sit. A piece of color tape works perfectly for this. Third, mount your phone on a tripod looking straight down about 100 to 150 centimeters directly overhead. Oh, and make sure your lighting is nice and even. You want to avoid any harsh overhead lights that cast deep shadows right over the ball.
Section 3. Calibrating the app, connecting the software.
So, once you've got the app open, it needs to know exactly where to look. You're going to see a live feed from your camera. All you do is simply tap your physical color marker right there on the screen. That tells the app to lock its tracking zone around that specific spot. You'll notice it draws these yellow, green, and pink tracking boxes. That's just ensuring everything downstream keys off the exact right location. Super simple. Next up, we need the app to learn your unique stroke. In the menu, just open the metronome settings. You'll see this awesome option called Tempo Acquisition. This is brilliant because it customizes the coaching to your natural rhythm. You aren't forcing yourself into some arbitrary preset box. The app is actually adapting to you. During this tempo acquisition phase, the app is going to ask you to putt naturally, 8 times. Just imagine a standard 3-yard putt and hit it. Don't even think about the app, just putt. TempoSeeker analyzes those strokes, learns your baseline pace, and sets a metronome just for you. It'll set it to a minimum of 68 beats per minute, which tour data actually shows is the baseline for a truly repeatable, smooth rhythm.
All right, Section 4, making a putt. Time to practice.
The stage is totally set now. Go ahead and place your golf ball directly on top of your colored marker. Instantly, the app's tracking boxes light up to confirm, hey, we see the ball. Notice the status indicator turns green and clearly says, ready to putt.
Now, as you address the ball, the app's pink region of interest box identifies your putter head. If you have the metronome turned on in the settings, you're actually going to hear the beat start playing the moment the ball is detected. Hearing that beat is your auditory cue that the app is locked onto your putter, the camera is rolling, and it's 100% ready to capture your stroke. And boom, as you swing, the app plots your putter's exact path in real time. The blue line traces your backswing pulling away from the ball, while the yellow line traces your forward swing right through impact. It is capturing a massive amount of data in literally a fraction of a second entirely through the lens of your smartphone. It's almost like magic.
Section 5. Reading your results. Data analysis.
Before we look at the results screen, let's quickly decode some of the common faults the app might diagnose. Now remember, all of TempoSeeker's coaching cues are about timing, never force. If you get a too slow fault, it means your total stroke took well over 1100 milliseconds. Basically, the motion is dragging. Steering means your tempo ratio fell under that 2-to-1 baseline, which means you're decelerating and kind of guiding the putter. And a jab? Well, that means you rushed the forward swing and just punched at the ball.
So immediately after your putt, a result card slides right up. Right in the center is your hero number, your tempo ratio. And right next to it, the verdict chip appears. If you nailed your targets, you get a green clean badge. But if your timing was off, it immediately flags the specific fault, like giving you a severe too slow warning in red.
But you don't have to just guess what that red warning means. You can tap the result card to open a fully detailed review. It breaks down your ball speed, your predicted carry distance based on your green speed settings, and the exact duration of your stroke in milliseconds. But here's the best part. It gives you a plain language breakdown of exactly why the fault happened, what it means for your stroke, and exactly how to fix it on the very next putt.
Okay, this right here is absolutely crucial. Beyond just the numbers, you can actually review the exact impact frames. The camera captures the split seconds right before, during, and after you strike the ball. You can literally look at these photos and see microscopic errors, like your putter face twisting open or closed right as it moves through the ball. It shows you the subtle mistakes you would never catch with the naked eye. And that really brings us to the ultimate value of using a tool like this. Progress is a number you can watch fall, not a feeling. TempoSeeker takes all the guesswork out of your practice sessions. You aren't just hitting balls until you feel good. You are measuring your actual, unvarnished baseline against real tour-level benchmarks. You can track your history, see your fault patterns actually diminish over time, and know definitively, for sure, that your stroke is getting more consistent.
I want to leave you today with this one slightly provocative thought. Does your tempo actually hold up under pressure? I mean, we all think we have a smooth, repeatable stroke when you're just casually putting around, but I challenge you, set up your home studio, turn on this app, and find out if your rhythm is really as consistent as you think it is. Once you start measuring it, you can master it. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy practicing!